Well, would you look at that? Modern women are struggling because men are refusing to date them. Got a clip for you here today. Actually, a couple of clips of modern women just out here struggling to date. So let's jump into it. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments.
Does anyone else's dating life look like this? You meet someone, you start seeing them, you're into them, it's fireworks, amazing, there's chemistry. You start seeing a few other people, but you still have your favorite. And then when your favorite inevitably ends because either they don't want the same thing as you or you don't like them, or just it crashes and burns, you stop seeing the other people because you realize you never really actually like them that much. And then you're really single, like in your focusing on myself era for another like 2-3 weeks. Then you meet another person that you're really into and the cycle repeats.
Yeah, so the answer to that question is no. Okay, this is the typical dating experience for the modern woman. But for the average man, or I would like to think the average person with common sense, the answer to that question is going to be a big, large no. Now, let's be real here, guys. The reason why these relationships, these situationships that this woman has, the reason why they don't work out is because the man does not want anything serious with her. These chads that these women are dating, guys, they don't want to take these women seriously. And honestly, can you blame these men? Can you blame these men for not wanting to date these women? My answer to that question is no. Let's continue.
And then you're really single, like in your focusing on myself era for another like 2-3 weeks. Then you meet another person that you're really into and the cycle repeats. Truly cannot understand if it's a reflection on me or if it's the universe sending me lessons and lessons.
It's most definitely you. And, you know, women make these videos, guys, and they love to think, oh, it's the universe. Okay, the universe is doing this to me. No, it's not the universe. It's just because you can't make any correct decisions with your life. These women suck at finances. They suck at dating. Okay, they can't make any sort of adult decisions without screwing up their life even further. And this woman, look, would you look at that? She's from New York. What a surprise.
Sending me lessons and lessons, or if it's just summer in New York and that's how the cookie crumbles.
No, that's not how the cookie crumbles. That's just how it works for modern women because a lot of them are clueless at dating. Now let's jump into the next clip here, guys. This one is a 37-year-old woman who, of course, is unsuccessful in dating as well. She's talking about being single after 35. So let's get into this one.
So I have realized that if you are single after the age of 35, myself included, single after the age of 35, that there's a reason for it. And it's like one of three. Either you have childhood trauma that stops you from being in a commitment. 2, someone was an asshole to you. Or 3, you are an asshole to somebody. Either way, there's so much loaded shit with dating after the age of 35, especially if you've been married, especially if you have kids.
I don't know about you guys, but I can think of plenty of different reasons, not just the 3 that she listed here, as to, you know, why dating is, especially for women, it sucks after 35, especially compared to what they're used to. But, you know, a lot of the reason is, guys, is because these women, they chase bad boys, right? They waste their 20s, they chase men who don't want them. And of course, they fry their ability to pair bond. They can't do it. And then they try and date seriously after 35 or 33 or whenever they figure out that they're running out of time to have kids and settle down and get married. And of course, it absolutely sucks for them because no man with any degree of self-respect wants to date them. It's hilarious. But let's continue.
Either way, there's so much loaded shit with dating after the age of 35, especially if you've been married, especially if you have kids. And we all have it, but let's just try like not to be assholes to each other and take out what has happened to us on the new person. Like, be confident in yourself and find your qualities and know your fucking worth. All right.
What is this woman even saying? You know, I watch these videos, guys, and women are just wildly unsuccessful, right? They're like 37, still dating, or whatever age this woman is. And their advice is like, yeah, just, you know, just be yourself, or whatever the hell she said at the end there. You know, it's completely ridiculous. Of course, men are not going to want to date these women, especially the ones that post over on TikTok, mind you. But if you thought we were done there, oh no, we have another one. So this woman right here, I don't even know how old this woman is. She's got to be in her 40s, maybe 50s. I don't know. I love how no matter what age the woman is, by the way, they always they put makeup on and then they put filter on top of the makeup. Do you see what I'm saying? So like we have so many, we don't even know. Realistically, I want you guys to understand this. When we watch these videos, you don't even know what the women look like half the time. You know, like we simply don't know because there's so much stuff on their face that you have no idea what they look like. It's, you know, oftentimes fake hair color. Okay. They've got makeup on, so their skin isn't even real technically. This woman has fake eyelashes on, you know, like, my goodness, man.
If you're single and you ever feel sad, feel a little bit lonely, which at this point in my single life probably happens about 3 times a year. Once on New Year's Eve, once on firework night, don't know why those two, and probably another time if I'm feeling really drunk or I'm hungover.
Let's be real. This woman feels this woman feels lonely more often than that.
But anyway, that's besides the point. If you're ever feeling sad, all you have to do is go to a holiday resort where there are families and couples. Either or. Because you will be feeling really grateful. You think, oh, isn't it sad seeing all these couples together? No, it's not. Today alone, I've seen a woman crying over breakfast. Not over breakfast, but we were all eating breakfast.
I love how women make these videos, man. Like this is like a 3-minute long video. And this woman is trying to convince herself that she's happy being single because she sees other people in her eyes struggling to date, which to be fair, a lot of modern women, particularly this one she's describing at the breakfast table, a lot of these modern women are struggling to date because they suck at it. But it's funny how a woman will sit down and she'll make a 3-minute long TikTok video trying to convince her that she's justified and that she should feel totally fine being single. Which, you know, at the end of the day, guys, if these women want to be single, that's fine by me. I honestly think they shouldn't be dating. But it's complete cope, right? The videos that these women make, it's just them coping. I have never met someone who's genuinely happy, right? Who's a content person who I would consider emotionally level at most times throughout their life. I have never met one of these well-balanced individuals who feels the need to post a 3-minute TikTok video talking about how happy they are and how content they are being single. I just don't see it.
We were all eating breakfast. She's crying, shouting at her husband. He walked to one side. They were still shouting. Then I've seen another couple arguing.
Just by the way, if your wife or girlfriend is shouting at you in public, that's a sign to ditch her ass immediately. Okay? Disgusting. Right? Why would a dude want to date or marry a woman or be with a woman who's yelling at him over breakfast, which, let's be honest, the dude probably paid for as well.
And then I've seen countless couples of all age groups, younger, older, sitting on their phones, scrolling, not talking to each other, or not even scrolling, just not even talking to each other, just staring off into the abyss. And, you know, it doesn't really, I mean, I'm sure there's some lovely parts. But you know what? I'm quite happy until I find someone who I can laugh over dinner with, or who I'm not having a screaming match over breakfast. What is there to moan about at breakfast when you're in a sunny country? Glorious sunshine outside, beautiful weather, and there's an all-inclusive buffet with delicious food, this morning pancakes and chocolate spread.
Again, what kind of a person, like you've got to ask yourself this question, okay? What kind of person makes a video like this? Is it a happy person? Is it someone who's fine being single? Again, the people who are fine being single, who are genuinely okay, right? Whether that be a guy who's working on his career or, you know, whatever the case may be, these people don't make TikTok videos talking about how they're fine being single because the weather is sunny outside and because they don't have to have a shouting match over breakfast. They keep these thoughts to themselves, mind you, right? Like they don't feel the need to jump on the internet and to talk to strangers about it. But of course, guys, again, a lot of these women, the truth of the matter is that the men that they want just don't want to date them. And so they have to cope and make videos like this.
What more could you want? Why are you sad? So, yeah, don't feel sad because I'd rather be on my own than be lonely or, you know, whilst in a relationship.
I love how women say this like it's some sort of a gotcha thing or it makes sense, right? So this woman, she would rather be lonely than feel lonely while in a relationship. I swear, women just say sentences like this because they think it sounds good and it makes them sound eloquent and intelligent, but it just really doesn't. Guys, we're going to be leaving it there. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure that you take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.